I said, yo, what's happening, family? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I know some of y'all was still watching that premiere that was just going on, man. But I had to get over here to this live, man, because I seen it was some folks over here, man. My man Scott, yo, it's your boy Leo's in the building, and I saw Vic in here earlier. So, welcome in, man. Welcome in. I can't even tell you the last live I did. I don't know when the last time I went live, but today I was feeling the energy of talking about watches, man. That premiere had got me hyped up. Is actually I'm going to blame this live on Vic and Dave D. And if you guys don't know, across the world of YouTube isms, these are two of my partners that have been collecting with me. They have been giving me advice. They actually kept me going on this thing. You know what I'm saying? Outside of all of the other people that I got, I do have these two to blame for this foolishness. But before we go any further, um, I want to know for you guys that are watching right now. I'm using a new man. Y'all know I stay getting equipment because I do go back and listen. I saw some of the comments and I tried new equipment now because I had some sound issues uh, with another one. So can you guys hear me good? If you guys can hear me good, then you know what I'm saying, thumbs up, put a number one in the chat, whatever the case is. If you can't, then I will make an adjustment on the fly. That's what happens though. You know what I'm saying? I got this year be 5 years in the game, 5 years of me doing this thing. Oh yeah. And I got something else. I got some more equipment right here that I'm testing out, and I'll be using it this week with a group. A couple, married couple. Let's see, what did you guys saying? Everybody's like, yeah, thumbs up. 135. Pocket Rocket. What up? What up? What up? Space G95 is in the building. And do you guys? I said this on on another live, I believe. Yeah, I can't remember when I did it, but you guys heard Watch Crunch, right? I've been on Watch Crunch, and actually Space G95 is the one that really brought it to my attention. But I've heard it before because there's a guy that I guess the guy that started Watch Crunch was doing a review on YouTube, and I heard him say it before, but I never went over there because, to be honest, I was up to here with. I was like, I can't join another forum because of the watches I collect. I just don't want to go back and forth with people, man. I'm like, I don't like, some people can be so overbearing when it comes to collecting a watch that they don't like or they haven't even tried. But before we go any further, Watch Crunch happens to be a pretty dope place to be. I've never had a negative comment since I've been on it. Only been posting, only posted a few. Haven't really, you know what I'm saying, did anything, but I actually put it in my description now. So if you want to go, just click on the Watch Crunch and then go over there and try it out. Go over there and look at it, see if there's something that you may want to get involved with. Now, this is what I am going to do today. It's not about me just sitting up here running my mouth, but I can. Y'all know I can go. If you want to come up and talk, let's talk watches. Let's do that. Press like we're coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Max is the guy's name. Yes, that's what Max. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Big Dog's in the building. Big Dog is a real person. Oh, y'all look. It's that one collector, Dave D. Welcome, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Like, for you to even be here. So YouTube, and I know that this is a small channel, but every once in a while somebody big looks in, and I know whoever big's looking in, you will recognize Dave D because he is the watch aficionado of the world. I don't think I was supposed to tell people that, but nobody else does it better. You have been served, sir. Oh man, I've only felt welcome on that app. Yeah, I have to agree. What's up, Vinny? Jay Jones is in the building. House of X shared it out. Thank you so much. Love the instant watch talk. Hey, I had to do that. That's another thing I'm going to talk about. So let's get into it. I watched TGV's video, this latest video, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I do highly recommend you go over there. And I've had discussions with other watch collectors, and um, one of the biggest complaints I heard when it comes to TGV, outside of some of the negative comments, yeah, can you believe it? TGV getting a negative comment, but yeah, some people I've talked to in the past have said, well, I just want to get to the watch review. And I'm like, you know what? I've always enjoyed his, and you know, bad thing about me, I was one of those people. I watched TGV for a long time and never commented. Never. I wouldn't even subscribe to him for, man, a couple years. I would just like, I enjoyed just watching, and YouTube would always recommend. And then, of course, I become, you know, a YouTuber or a content creator or journalist, whatever you want to call me. I'm not a journalist. I'm just a guy that just collects watches. I enjoy it. Enthusiast. And I literally subscribed to TGV in the past 3 years. I think it was. I think I've been subscribed to him for 3 years now. I think the channel is amazing, and the information he puts out is amazing. But there's one thing that he did say, and I have to agree that if you put turmoil, mess, hatred, or anything inside the watch space, yeah, you're gonna start getting views. Oh man, when you come on here and you're a complete jerk, or like that Anthony Ferrer guy, man, I was listening to a podcast. I got it written down somewhere. I don't have it in front of me, but I will say this because I'm not gonna jump on that bandwagon. I have heard so much, and the fact that this guy was a consignment type of dude, you send your watch to him, he sell it, or whatever case, whatever he did with the money, he owed $5 million, and that has been a topic for the past week and a half. And people are just like, you're looking at how many views people are getting. I'm like, really? That ain't even news anymore. And then he got indignant and got, you know, came on somebody's podcast and was just talking reckless. And I said, sir, you owe these people money. You are what's wrong with the watch world. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're supposed to enjoy each other. We're supposed to enjoy getting information, because y'all see what I posted as far as what, and we'll talk about that tonight. What is the best micro brand to get? And we'll talk about that after I get into this. Well, let me see. Let me get into the AD. Everybody speaking. Oh man. Space G95. Thank you so much for the super chat. I actually took my super chat thing off, celebration thing off. I am working on some other stuff, man. I want to ask, you know what? I didn't upload. I'm going to ask you guys this. I worked on something, and I actually sent it to Vic, and I want to know what you guys think of there's a particular picture that I just made. Well, let me see if I got it downloaded in here. I don't think I have it downloaded. Oh, wait. Yeah, there it is right there. Now, I want your honest opinion. Honest opinion. You guys tell me, what do you guys think of this logo? Got that up there. Hold up. Let me get it to where y'all can see it. I put it on the small thing. I'm tripping. Vic said he liked it. I just want to know from all you guys, what do you guys think of this logo right here? And don't feel bad if you don't like it, let me know. But I mean, I would much rather get the truth of you guys like it or not. But if not, I'll just go back to the drawing board. But if you like it, I'll keep it. And when we bring the battles back, which the battles are coming back, I plan on doing a battle on the cruise. I want to do it before the cruise, but I don't know if I'll have enough time, because we got a lot of stuff going on here now. Keeping Up with the Griffins is in the building, man. What's happening, man? Up and coming YouTubers, man. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but they have pranks. Put their whole family. They just expose the whole family. You see all the fun that they have. Just go check them out if you have yet to watch Who is Keeping Up with the Griffins. That's a show. That should be a Netflix special. Who is Keeping Up with the Griffins? Show more of the watches, otherwise, okay. Got you, got you. That Space G said it needs to be 17 light. Dag damn it. All right, all right, all right, all right. So let's get into the forbidden area of Invicta. What is going on with Invicta right now? I haven't even looked at the news. I haven't dug into um, the information. Now, I will say this. I talked to and I'm gonna say an enthusiast a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about the Invicta stores out in Vegas had closed down because I don't know if you guys know that InvictaStores.com had filed bankruptcy, and it wasn't just the Invicta store in New York. InvictaStores.com had filed bankruptcy, so they closed some stores, and of course, you know that news wasn't public. That kind of flew up under the radar of what was going on in the Shop HQ and everything else. But what did that leave Invicta collectors? I can tell you this: they may not watch Shop HQ as much as they did, or maybe they started back because Justin came back. What has it been a month yet? You know, close to a month. Um, People are still buying, and I know one thing: Invicta collectors have dove into buying, especially those 200 that's going on. I know some of you guys have bought some watches, but I'm going to show you a watch that I actually bought this from a collector. And this is an older watch. It's called a Sea Dragon. I think I've shown this before. I showed this to Vic. Now let's look at some of the features here. You see that right there? See the design? Before I even tell you what this is, do any of you old school collectors know exactly what? I'll let you put it in the chat. Tell me what is this watch? And this is a popular. Matter of fact, I just heard that they are making, or they're starting to design or create episode 5 or movie 5 of what this is. My man, Get Rich said it. Thor, yes sir, yes sir. Now, this is one of the few watches that you'll see from Invicta that does not have the actual character on there. But like, if you look at, hold on, focus. All the insignias and everything, that is Thor's hammer. That's embedded right there. It's actually on both sides of the watch. And you have a helium escape valve on it. Yes, this watch is thick. You know what? I don't have much. I'd imagine that this watch is close to 20 millimeters tall. I will bet my bottom dollar this thing is about 20 millimeters tall. But this thing is, and then that does work. Can you hear? It's not bad. It's not bad. So let me put it back to where. And if you look at the bezel, of course, that script would be what Thor's hometown, get off me, would be. So pretty interesting watch. I love the furnace blue. Now, this is a watch that, and of course, I'm taking this on a cruise with me. I'm definitely taking this because I'm going to do like the showcase. They actually going to have a collector's event. Paul Sanchez. That sound. Who is Paul Sanchez? Who are you talking about? Kimon is in here. Uh-oh. Kimon is in the building. My man Kimon is in here. Hold up. Kimon is one of the pillars of. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I got that loaded. I definitely got to put that up. Kimon, I featured you in the in that what do you call that? The premiere I just did. I had to, you know what I'm saying, put you on. So when we talk about the Mount Rushmore of collectors, and only, you know what I'm saying, my face is on there because I created it, but you know what I'm saying, like real talk, that right there, look at that. Look at that right there, boy. I'm actually gonna make a couple of, I'm thinking about putting that on a t-shirt. I'm actually thinking about putting that on a t-shirt. But of course, if I do put on a t-shirt, I will get the permission of the people that I actually put on there because I don't want no trouble with y'all. Or at least I'll just send you a watch. Hey, what's going on, wifey? Wifey's in here. Sea dragons are nice, in my opinion. Yeah, hey, Rich, and you know, The Sea Dragon, for it to be one of the bigger watches, I don't think Invicta does enough with this. And I will stand on this. Invicta has put, matter of fact, here, let's look at another big watch. And that's this right here. That right there is the Kraken. I've shown this watch more than a little bit on this channel. This one also has a helium escape valve. And this one comes with the R150, as you can see on the back. See that rotor? Very different design. And you won't see, man, like the distortion on that crystal is crazy. So I'm taking this on a cruise with me because I want to see how this looks underwater, which I already know, have an idea, but I just want to go swimming with this. I want to get in the water with this watch and see how it performs. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to have fun. But the point I was making is, so Invicta put an R150 in this one. They do have this Alita 500. And there are a couple of watches that Invicta had used that movement on. Don't agree with. I would have loved to see them bring back the Sea Dragon, put the Alita 500 in that, and rock with this style. They don't. I mean, this is a part of the Sabakwa series. I don't know why they didn't do it. Some of what they chose. Those in Dallas are closed September 9th. The watch event at Jack Mason call intersect several micro brands going to. Oh, Paul Sanchez. Hey, so are you talking about wait. Are you talking about, is it Microlux? Is that the one you going to? The watch event at Jack Mason call? That's in Dallas. Wait a minute. That's in October, right? Is that in October? No, you said, wait a minute. September 9th is the watch event. There's another, I think Microlux is in October, if I'm not mistaken, down in Texas. And there's some of my favorite micro brands are going to be there. I want the Diamond Sea Dragon. Oh man, that would be dope to have that sucker on, boy. All right, hold on, let me see. I want to make sure I didn't miss any comments. You can use my wrist. Okay, so I want to answer publicly some of the questions that were asked for some of the new Invicta collectors. When you ask the question of what should you take, how many watches should you take? I believe I covered this before, and I will say honestly, it depends on this. Look at it like this: are you doing any excursions? Are you doing anything to have fun, or are you wanting to go out there just to take pictures or to meet people? Now, I will say, the more watches you take, the more you have to sit by your watch cases and just check and make sure nothing happens, because there's 200 Invicta collectors, yes, but the entire ship, you got to think about that. 2,000 to 3,000 people on this ship are going to be gawking and looking. That's too many eyes. So I say you want to minimize the amount of watches that you bring. Now, unless this is your first time and you want to participate, or you're planning to participate in the watch event, let me show you. Oh, I got this right here. It's not filled up, but this right here, they still have this available, this case, and it actually has the locks on the front of it. This is something nice or nifty that you can pick up from Shop HQ or Victor, or they have stuff on Amazon, man. You can get a 12 slide or a 10 slide, or something like that, 15, 18. But I wouldn't recommend bringing a whole bunch. I stand by this. Do not check your watches underneath that plane, because, dude, people know what's in those cases, man. I don't know why people was taking chances on that, putting the 50 slot underneath and everything else. That's a no-go, man. Do not do it. If you're a new collector, and what I mean by new collector, if you just started collecting Invicta in the past 2 years and you've heard about the Invicta Cruise before and you got a chance to jump on it, and I don't know if they'll have any future ones, but do not take a whole bunch of watches. You want to enjoy, and at the same time, there's going to be a lot of veteran collectors there, and they're going to show you some watches that you haven't seen before. Now, I'll show you this. And it's not too, when we're talking about just outrageous and crazy looking watches, this right here. Yeah, yeah. And it's got that Lakers colors on it, man, that yellow. But this is called this is a puppy. Roger Good. Y'all see that? That is actual. If you don't know, Roger Good was actually writing books for kids. He was helping kids learn and stuff like that. And this is a partnership. This goes way back. I'm talking about way back. And the proceeds were actually used to help Roger Good put books out and help educate children. So he helped them develop. Now, what you got with this watch is, if you like jewelry, of course, they put the jewelry on the bezel, right? And this is the Hurt. They was calling it the Hercules, but I know that there's two. I think Fossil had a Hercules as well as Aragon. So I don't know who got it, and Victor said, "Hey, look, you can't use Hercules," or maybe it was Disney. I don't know, but they start calling it the Hurt. But this one literally has a Z60 in it, as you can see the sub dials on it. It's a cool watch, man. Something, man, aesthetically pleasing. It's different. It's not your regular. You know, it's not like let's see, what's regular? What everybody always talk about, the 9937 OB, when YouTube would tell you that either the 1953 or the Pro Diver is the best Invicta to get. You tell that to the 15 to 20 million people that shop Invicta every year. The numbers speak. What you talking about, you may not like it, but numbers speak louder than what you saying. But I don't want no problems with you bigger YouTube people, because you guys have a bunch of crazy folks following y'all. And some of the comments they leave, I'm like, man, boy, y'all crazy. Hey, so there's no secret that Invicta is literally, they do have homage pieces in there, but I will say, how many people have heard of Squale, right? Squale watches. Now, not saying that this was a homage to Squale, but it does resemble one of their the Squale pieces. And this is a Seawolf. If you can see, that's at the 4 o'clock. This is powered by the NX35. This is another one that I want to take on a cruise. I actually like this watch. I like this watch, man. It's really comfortable. Aside from just having that stamp steel, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I hated having that stamp steel on my watch. I hated it. But I mean, once you close it, you don't see it. And this watch wears well for a 47 millimeter, and I love the colorway. And it does work, because Squale is another timepiece that I will eventually get. Eventually, I'm working up to it. But this is going on a cruise with me. And here's a watch that, love it or hate it, this design is Invicta said, man, screw all the rules. And I actually did a video on that. This bad boy right here. Now, you know this is a purple label Gladiator. And the first Gladiator I got, man, shout out to Ryan Johnson. I appreciate them selecting me to even get one of these watches. But yeah, y'all see that. This is another cruise definite. You know, and you could just wear, oh man, the possibilities are endless when it comes to matching this watch up to something else. And again, the numbers speak loud. I got a short with the original, like the first one I got. Man, there's over 20,000 people was digging this watch. Yo, man, Dre is in the building. What's happening? I see you. I see you. Hey, y'all, I was watching Dre. He was playing for church yesterday, man, showing out, or just showing this, man. The dude is wicked, man, on that piano, boy. God, dog. I was highly impressed, man. Highly impressed. Why can't I make a comment? Oh, I see my favorite micro brands, Christopher Ward, Seconds, Notice, and Dufresne. Okay. My Dufresne is some, I don't even know what my Dufresne is. I don't have it in front of me. I do not have it in front of me, but I do want to talk about let's do let's do some micro brands real quick. Big dog. Tomorrow on the wrist will be a blast from the past. Huh. Yeah, I can't wait for you to post that so I can see what's happening. Oh, before I jump, I want to show you a watch that I was intrigued years ago. There was it Muhammad? It was on Facebook. It was on Invictaholics. When I saw this watch, I shake it up, make it come to life. The Jailbreak. I thought this was a titanium watch. It's actually stainless steel, but it's just the way it's finished. That watch is like crazy, man. It has like a futuristic space-based look to it, man. Like, I don't know, my imagination just went crazy when I saw this watch. But then if you look at the dial, the Jailbreak, and you can actually, it's translucent. You can see the date wheel and this power by Salida 200. And the thing about it is, yes, the bracelet is married to the watch. You can see integrated. You're not changing it. Well, possibly, I don't know, maybe you could change it, but I wouldn't. And I was so just like in love with this watch. And it was mysterious. It was expensive when I first saw it. And when I had the opportunity to get this, I was at, where was I at? I was at what we call Mr. Invicta, you know what I'm saying, or King Invicta. I went to one of his, Richard Oso, went to his event out there in New York. And I found this watch. And I was just walking around the store looking and looking, like, what do I want? What do I want? I was like, I don't know what I'm going to buy. And I walked past this watch maybe 7 times. And he's like, hey, did you see the Jailbreak? I said, well, Jailbreak where? And I went over there. I said, get that out the case. If I don't get nothing else, I'm getting that. So I finally have this one. And then my man sent me one. I actually have the Imperious version because that's what it started out as. But like I'll tell you, like I said in my premiere today, the one thing that I hate about Invicta is you don't know the information about stuff, man. Like, I don't know when certain things came out. I don't know when that watch was actually built. I would have to get that information from people that was actually boots on the ground collecting Invicta back in the day. Because I know Kimon has been collecting for a long time. I don't think anybody outdates Godfather. Godfather has the longest track record with Invicta, going back to 91 with a pro diver. Can't remember the actual model number on it, but I do know it had a Mio. It has a Mio movement, and it still works. That watch is 30 years old, over 30 years old, and it still works. I actually seen it. And I have a video where you can ask when I went to his house for last year for his cookout, which is coming up in a couple weeks. Okay, so one more Invicta before we dive off into micro brands. And this is a watch that I'm taking with me on the cruise, and it has the not a watch snob straps on it. I had to go with that, but I had to go with that root beer bezel Grand Diver 46 millimeter meteorite dial. And I'll tell you the truth when it comes to this right here. And it is pretty thick. It's a pretty tall watch. I dig this watch. I actually have the I should have got the green one too, but of course I got both of these. I may just bring both of them with me. There was a green variant that goes with this, man. This watch is it's just one of my go-tos. I enjoy this watch. And you know, when we're talking about long-lasting watches, and I know if the movement goes out in this one, I'm like, just go buy another because I don't want to lose that meteorite. So I'll just buy another NH35 if it ever goes out. But I think, honestly, I believe Invicta should have made this in the Salida. And that's just my personal opinion. I think they should have made this in Salida. And because Invicta just goes outside the boundaries when it comes to watchmaking, they don't adhere to the rules. I would love to see, if they're watching Invicta, I would love to see you do the 1953 with meteorite dial and put the Salida 200 in it. That would be sweet. Call your price. People pay for it. I mean, and we're going to switch over to the micro brands now because that is a topic I'm asking for feedback from you guys in the chat because I know some of you guys are already subscribed to buying micro brands. Some of you guys are trying to figure it out. And that's just based off of conversations we've had. What? Whoa! Say what? 5 point. Man, I tell you what. I'm in Indiana, and that I felt it one time. One time when we had like a, I mean, it was like a little. It wasn't nothing to knock a picture down or nothing like that. It was just it was little bitty tremor. But I couldn't imagine, boy, living in California. No, sir. Not those earthquakes. You can have that, bro. If Victor streamlined the site, it would be less intimidating to the new buyer. Yeah, I'd agree. So here's the deal. I believe, and there's been a lot of collectors in the Invicta realm that have asked or suggested or recommended that Invicta do certain things different, you know. And I don't know if they take that and say, y'all don't know what y'all want, but there's a lot of flash, bang, bow, boom. You know what I'm saying? It's like an episode of Batman back in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? It's like flashes, flash, 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 flash. So going downtown New York, man, like the Big Apple, which it's a lot of lights down there. I like New York. But I mean, I've been shopping in Invicta so long to where you kind of just becomes oblivious to stuff. But the more we go, the more streamlined other companies are getting. The competition is getting fierce. And I had a matter of fact, Pocket Rocket, we had the conversation. I believe that was you that posted that earlier. If I'm not, I may be mistaken, but somebody posted earlier about the prices of watches now. So some of you guys have been collecting. Matter of fact, here I got this Cincinnati watch company, right? I heard about it. I went up to, where was I, in Kokomo when I first found out about it, and I was in love with the first look. I said, man, that's nice, because I've never seen a watch with, like, I thought that was tint on there. I thought it was tint. And they were like, no, that's the actual dial. I said, oh wow, this is sweet, man. And the track that goes around it, it's pretty interesting. I said, man, and I was talking to him about, you know, I said, hey, I have my do I have it with me here? Nope, I do not have it with me. It's probably in my bag. But I have my other field watch, and I really dig that. And I was talking about it earlier on Instagram. But if I had to put this up against Hamilton, of course, this thing can't hold a candlestick to Hamilton's history. But I tell you, as far as performance, screw down crown and the water resistancy on it is a lot better than the Hamilton that I have. So I would choose, if I was going out, I'm gonna choose this over my Hamilton. I don't expect other people to, because the history. And I don't know if, like, you guys let me know down there in the comment section. Do you guys prefer a watch with rich history over just aesthetics? Let me know. Merely on Time Watch Reviews. What's going on, man? It's another delightful channel. If you guys have not gone, man, y'all need to check him out. He does great reviews. Do some good reviews, man. And you raise some great topics when you're talking about the watches. All right, let's see. Hey, Leo, thanks for, you know, reminding people to press that like button. And we are, of course, on our way up. This channel is actually growing. I shared something personal with you guys earlier. It wasn't really, I guess maybe it was, because I haven't really talked about it. But my wanting to cancel the channel at one point. I wanted to cancel it because it just, like, I don't know. It just wasn't like a back and forth. I felt like I wasn't reaching the people, man. And I felt like, man, maybe I'm wasting my time. I felt some type of way, man. I was like, hold up. Can you guys hear me? I just had a call come through. Hold up, man. That's my bad, y'all. I should have hit that do not disturb. Give me just a second, man. Hey, put a one in the chat if you guys can still hear me, because I know sometimes if I do get a call, it will literally knock out what I'm trying to do. Oh man, all right, let's do that. And boom, there we go. Hold up. You were spot on about Hamilton. You can hear me? Okay, cool. Thanks. Letting me know you can hear me. Yeah, so the thing about, the channel, I was ready to, hang it up. But of course, thanks, big dog. But of course, I've had some amazing people along the way with me, and you guys helped me to see the bigger picture. And we're all enthusiasts. We all like watches. We all have different walks of life. And that's one of the things I want to talk about tonight is who are these companies trying to market? Who are they talking to? I saw some. I saw one. I was watching Just One More Watch, and what's the name? It's a watch company. It was like a joke, bro. It was like spaghetti watch, whatever it was. It was a joke of a watch or whatever the case was. I thought it was funny, hilarious. But it's stuff like that that really gets me fired up and continue to do this, because I always question, who are you trying to market? Because I'm a consumer, right? I love to see what's new coming out, what's the best thing for me, and I'm not trying to buy nothing that doesn't resonate with who I am, right? So case in point, I haven't done a review on this one yet, but the Spinnaker, one of the questions I have, if an Invicta collector, if you were to walk away or just say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna pause for a second, I might try something else, I would say anybody that has collected Invicta, you would definitely like Spinnaker. You know what I'm saying? Because it does have sort of a homage feel to it. Some of them do, some more than others, but the watch is super comfortable and super legible. And for it to be the size, it's a lot smaller than, hold up, matter of fact, I'll show, let's do two different watches, but let's do a size comparison. You see how big that watch is over that one. And then you see the thickness. Let's look at the thickness. It's a lot thinner, but there's times where I don't want to wear my Invicta because it is too heavy. And it's like, no. The older I get, I'm into comfort. And if it's that's why I gave up my Sea Hunter. I gave that up almost 2 years ago. When you were on Michael Lux, that was the one, right? What micro impressed you the most? And Micro Lux, man, I'll tell you what, the one company that really, if I had to, now I'm gonna put myself in a trick bag with this one. If I had to choose one watch to walk away with from that Michael Lux, my very first one when I went with Dave D, I would probably go with Swiss Watch Company. The Swiss Watch Company was the watch that really gained the most. And then I would say second would have been Circular. And my third most favorite there was Escudo watches, in that order. But if I can get all three, I would have just, I'd got boom, boom, boom. I like Escudo. Now, Escudo they got, I'm going to tell you something about Escudo, because I haven't really seen a lot of Circular reviews, but I have seen people do the Escudo reviews. Billy did one. Was it Just Watch Chris? He did one just recently, like 2 or 3 days ago. And the one thing and I've actually talked to one of the employees over there. I don't know if he's in a marketing agent or whatever, but I'll tell you what. Let me take this glass off because that glare, it keep hitting the. Dang, it's just getting me. I'll tell you one thing about Escudo watches. I think I will agree. It does look like or resembles Tudor. And I've had this discussion on Cinecom Reviews' channel. That's not a bad thing, because when we're talking about a luxury watch. You can shoot for the Tudor. The Tudor has history and stuff like that, but like as far as performance, the look, the overall build, I see as far as a micro brand where they're going because the heritage that they have built into the watch, they're like, yo, we believe in our product. We're giving you the best of the best that we have. And yes, we put this on par with any other dive watch. Now, the other thing too, me and Dave D talked about this. The one thing they don't offer is a bracelet. Now you can buy a bracelet from any other company, but most people want a bracelet. I said, I looked, playing the advocate here. I said, that's still a bold move because the price they're asking, which I think their most expensive piece is $1,600. The least expensive is low over $1,400. And what do you get? They test it, they send you the stuff, and then the actual box. I don't have one here to show you, but the packaging is amazing. It's amazing. It's an amazing watch, man. Just like you have to feel it for yourself, man. But hope that answered your question. That was I'm going with Swiss Watch Company, which Swiss Watch Company is actually coming out with some new stuff. I think they did. No, I didn't think they actually just updated their website. Now I need to put my glasses on so I can read y'all comments. I just have to deal with the glare. He was trolling the fake drop shipping. Oh, where were you in Michael Lux? Okay, yeah, I've read that already. Ben's Watch Club did that watch. Okay. I do watch that. I do watch him too. You know what? Let me ask you guys this. For all of the channels that you watch, who do you think is the most effective when it comes to watch reviews? Or there may be somebody I haven't come across yet, but there are a number of watch reviewers that I think are amazing, man. Just like one, like I said, of course, TGV is one of my all-time favorites. Jody from Just One More Watch. I've been watching him for years. Really dig his channel. And then I know you're in here, merely on time. When I saw your review, like when you reached out and we talked, I said, man, you got a pretty nice channel. I like your channel, man. It's comfortable to watch. It's not boring. And the one thing that I appreciate you didn't say, hey man, go over there and check out my channel, blah blah blah. We just talking, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't make me feel like I was obligated to go watch a channel or anything like that. Godfather's in here. Yo, Godfather, what's happening, sir? All right, let me see. Everyone smash that like button. Thank you. What is the biggest size you think a micro brand would do? There is one company I'm looking at. Matter of fact, Kokomo Watch Company got a huge watch. They have a huge watch, and I don't know if they'll ever come out with it, but I think that watch was like 50 millimeter. I think it was like 50 millimeter. And I gotta say, when I hear people do a review and they say this is a 41.5 millimeter, it's a little bit on the chunky side, I laugh at that so much that I was like, bruh, that's chunky right there, bro. What you mean? And people, hold up, man, quit playing, bro. Hold on, let me go ahead and throw this thing on real quick. Oh, I ain't even doing a watch check, man. We 40. Well, I'm almost an hour here. I ain't even doing a watch check, but I'll get into it in a second. Look at that. Look at that there. Now that's chunky. So when people say, man, this is 41 millimeter or 43 millimeter, it's kind of big. Stop it. That Hamilton I got, man, that thing spread across your whole wrist, man. It's like 51.5 millimeters. That thing, I love the way it comes out. I got the Lori. I'm still testing this. The review on this was coming out next week. I just had to, I done worked out in this watch. I done ran in it and all kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing my push-ups in it. Too many new micro brands are so small. I haven't adjusted yet to the smaller case sizes. This is one. This is a 39 millimeters. This is, I'll say, as a matter of fact, I know unless a watch company sent me a 36 millimeter, I would not personally get a 36 millimeter unless it is the Casio, which I do have a 33 1.5 millimeter Casio in the back, digital. I've had that watch for years, for years. But as far as like an analog piece, nah, I can't do the 39 is my limit. It's my limit. I like this is a handsome size watch. I really dig it for it to be small and legibility. But y'all will get the review. What's up? You need something? You hungry? You want to go outside? It's Tamika shoes. Tamika. You want some of those? No. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Let me. Yeah, I get you something. Give me a second. I get you something. Give me a second. I'll bring it in to you. I was thinking someone complaining about a 44 millimeter. Hey, wait a minute. Let's talk about when TGV came here, we were at Moyer Jewelers. There were two guys there that had on what's the watch that Vic likes so much? The Breitling. That thing is 46 millimeter. 46 millimeter. And it's a beautiful watch, man. You know what? When it comes down to it, whatever you prefer. And I will say this, as far as a watch reviewer is concerned, there are some reviewers that are doing it without even, because the spec sheet is one thing. I can sit in here and read off the spec sheet to you. But if you haven't touched or even fooled with the watch and you're telling me I should get it or I shouldn't get it or you think it's terrible, whatever, how are you doing that? I still haven't got that, and I get it. I'm not mad. I'm not even knocking your hustle on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, but like, dude, I literally am either going to trust what you got to say about a watch, or I'm gonna look at you like, man, you crazy, bro. How you gonna tell me this watch is good for me and you ain't even touched it? I tell you, I can't do it. Average guy trying to tell an Invicta collector that 40 right. Yeah. Just got back from fishing with my 3. Oh, okay, your granddaughter. Oh, she caught her first fish. Oh, that's dope, man. Oh man. Oh man. But that's still a good experience. I like hearing those stories. Man. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. Hey, now is Watch Snob in here? Billy in the building? What's up, Billy? All right, Trap. Do you think any micro brands will truly go above 50 millimeters? Oh yeah, like I said, the Kokomo Watch Company has one, and I was looking at some other ones. I don't know. Like I know there's some watches right now that have that are Kickstarter. I don't know the size of them. They look big on paper. I haven't read the specs, but there's some reviewers. There's some watch aficionados or expert watch, whatever you want to call them. They say that the smaller watches are coming back and the larger watches are going out. And I'm like, you clearly haven't looked at Aragon. Aragon ain't going nowhere fast, bro. And he's still considered a micro brand or independent, if you will. What do you got? 30 years? Is it? I think Aragon has 30 years. Deep Blue. Well, I don't know Deep Blue. I don't think Deep Blue has anything close to 50. I think the closest they got is a 46 millimeter timepiece. That's probably as far as they're going. I don't know. And I think you're asking that because you're considering getting a micro brand. But I will tell you this, Jay Jones. I will tell you this. Based on how you've collected Invicta, and this is just specifically for you, that I would say micro brands, if you do get into a micro brand, you'll have to do your research, man, because you have to keep in mind, we have talked about budget. You know what I'm saying? And I know how many watches, like we always tease each other back and forth on how many watches we get or whatever. But realistically, um, you would have to get like, what would you feel comfortable with? Because I'm gonna tell you something, micro brands aren't the cheapest thing, and they a lot of them are Swiss made, or they may feature that high beat Miyota movement, the 9000 series. So you're gonna look at paying like 399 and above. Which case in point, that was at one point we were paying 429, 459, and 529 for reserve venoms, reserve venom hybrids. Before they call it, what did they call them before? It was venom hybrid. Yeah, the venom hybrid. Now they call it the venom fusion. I still don't like that name. Still, Invicta, I'm just telling you, I still don't like venom fusion. It's still a hybrid. And I know you've been saying that for over a year. I don't like the name. A month ago was saying homage watches are bought only to pretend to own the real thing and called it cosplay. Haha. Let's talk about that. Guess what? I will say this. How many people honestly will go out and buy a Rolex or a Patek Philippe Nautilus? How many people actually go or can go out and buy these watches? They may marvel and love the way they look and see a company like Jack Mason and be like, oh, dude, you know what? I like that. I'm gonna get like, oh, what's that? $899? How much is the actual watch? Or the like what is homage to? Dude, stop it. Stop it. There's a place for homage watches. If not, it would okay, and then you know that fake watches is an $8 billion, $8 billion industry. Fake watches. Earlier this year, not too far from 2.5 hours from here, there was a big bust on fake Rolexes, the Rolex, the jewelry, the necklaces and stuff like that. They had the APs, they had all this stuff, man. It was like, I want to say it was close to $2 million worth of fake watches and jewelry. It was like in Cleveland, Ohio, which is not that, it's like 2.5 hours from my house. That happened this year that they did this bust. And I'm like, dude, what would you rather have? Because fake watches don't do anything for the community. And you look at it, it's a far cry for help. Because if you're getting a fake watch just to get approval from somebody, if you walk in with a, you know, I'm like, hey man, shoot, I got this rolling on my arm, you know what I'm saying? Better be careful wearing that fake stuff because somebody like, oh yeah, you got that rolling, huh? Fake, and then next thing you know, boop, right over your head, or you shot or something like that. And they come to find out like it's a fake watch. So if you're stealing it, serve you right for going to jail. If you're faking it, I'm not saying you deserve to get bopped over the head or shot, but I'm like, dude, that watch, you don't, come on, man, that watch don't make you. Like I said on my premiere, I dig the way y'all collect, man. I got more respect for the people because dude, these watches don't mean nothing when they're in the case. Oh, what's going on? Oh yeah, she ain't been feeling good. And I am dealing with allergies and they got the AC on in the house, man. I'm if y'all can tell, I know I sound nasally. I've been sniffing and sneezing and all kinds of stuff. I actually been holding it back since I've been on, but I want to sneeze so bad right now. Ain't no future in front. I'm trying to tell you, brother. Let's see. Yup. Was actually a really snobby comment from a big channel telling a guy he owned a Steinhardt only to be a wannabe Rolly owner. Cut that madness. Cut that madness. See that right there? Not a Rolly. Homage to a Rolex. Comfortable watch. It works well. It got a Swiss movement in it. And I paid what I paid for it. It goes on my wrist just fine when I do wear it. I just had this on the other day. Enjoy the watch. But if I want to come out and wear my Cincinnati boy, that's what it is. I enjoy the watch. Or if I want to throw on my Aragon, you know what I'm saying? Like, the one thing I do want to say before, let me see what we at, almost an hour. Before I get out of here is I do want to continue building this channel in a way that is unlike anything on YouTube. And I'm not talking about like something like extremely special or groundbreaking, but I don't never want anybody to come here and watch my channel and feel that, you know, I don't care what watch I get. Even if I do, I'm not gonna say if. Let's just say I get that panel ride before I hit 50. Just depending on how life works out. It could happen. But I'm not getting a panel ride just to say, hey, look, I have an expensive watch. My love for that watch originally started with Sylvester Stallone. I used to watch all Sylvester Stallone movies, man. I'm a product of the 80s, man. I watched Over the Top. I watched all these movies, man. I watched Rocky, and Sylvester Stallone was one of my favorite actors. I say character, but he played some amazing characters. Love him or hate him, and I just enjoyed it. And then there was a movie I just watched a movie with Jackie Chan and John Cena. It was on Netflix. John Cena had on a panel ride that I said, ooh, it's on Netflix. I can't remember the name of the movie, but like they're fighting in like this desert or something like that. And John Cena has on a panel ride. I don't even know the model number of it, but that watch, oh my gosh, that watch was beautiful. Man, somebody get in touch with John Cena, but like tell him just go ahead and send me the watch, bro. You done with it, man. You got all these watches. John Cena, go ahead and send me that, man. Bro, you don't even need that on your wrist no more. The movie's over with, which is a good movie, by the way. But hold on, let me get into this. Track Canal Street is famous for selling knockoff Rolex. I heard about that. So I got some friends that told me about that. Some guys that I served with told me about that. They went and bought. I know some people that got some fake Rolex. I'm not gonna call him out because he watched the channel. I'm not gonna call you out. Yeah, but you got a fake Rolex, and you know who you are. It's all good. You still my man's, bro. But I know that Rolex is fake. Woo! Oh my gosh, man. Weirdly, a microbrand was praised for directly copying a Patek. You know what? Hidden Strike. Yes, Godfather. That's what it was. Hidden Strike. Go check that movie out. John Cena has on, man. John Cena, you got on my watch, bro, and I want you to return it, or at least give it to me for the first time because I never owned it before. But, bruh, that watch was beautiful, man. Gosh, man. Panerai puts out an amazing watch, and that's what, 46 millimeters. So, man, everybody can miss me on that. You are special, Trevor. Everybody can miss me on the size thing, bro. Like, it's personal preference, man. And, you know, like, as I close this thing up, because we reaching, we almost at we got 2 minutes. 2-minute warning. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go over anyway. Every watch that's been recommended or suggested on YouTube or whatever the case is, you don't always have to take that recommendation, man, because what if your lifestyle doesn't revolve around owning a dress watch? What if it doesn't revolve around owning a diver watch, which a dive watch is probably the most common watch to get? But what if you like sport watch? You know what I'm saying? What if you just want digital? What if you I don't particularly care for the what do you call those, like the Android phone, the Android watches and the iWatches or whatever you call them, the digital Jones. I'm not too particular on that. They're great tools though, like for tracking your weight. I actually have one in the back, tracking weight and distance and stuff like that. I use that when I do work out. Cool, but I gotta have a watch, man. I gotta have a watch on my wrist. What's wrong?
Your mama works.
What you want?
I think she is in the room.
Just to think of something to do.
I walked out the door. You ain't got to come to my room. You got a mask. You got a mask on your face. You got 15 masks in here. That's why he don't because she taking on the
Okay.
Wearing these.
Yeah. So yeah, we gonna end this in a minute because like I gotta go feed moms. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. Let me get into some more comments before I get out of here, y'all. Trap, I was wondering what watch. Hold on. He was wondering what watch That was, oh, yeah. Big got my watch. It was supposed to be my birthday present. Oh, Jay Jones, you crazy. Yeah, I gotta go get some aluminum foil. That's what I meant to go get some aluminum foil the other day. Yeah, I don't care. That's fine. Okay, okay. All right, yeah. So last, like I said, I knew I was gonna go over an hour, but last thing. Before we go on the cruise, I know I'm going to see some of you guys on the cruise. We're going to have fun, the most fun I possibly can have on that. I'm getting away from the rigmarole, but I'm really looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys, people that I've seen or just chatted with here. I get to see you in person. And of course, we can sit down. I want to do some interviews with you guys, man, just to pick your brain on your watch journey. You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest thing. And I just want to leave you guys with so like Vic collects watches the way he collects, and I enjoy the love that he has for his collection. He does not care. He doesn't apologize for what he has. Dave D's the same way. Camone's the same way. Jay Jones, that dude buys like 25 watches every other week. Like everybody has their thing about them when it comes to this watch collecting. And I just love learning more about you guys, seeing what you guys posting on Instagram. But when it comes to YouTube and you watch, man, do your research, especially on these micro brands. Do your research before you do anything. And if you want to get something, I'm gonna say just my personal opinion from dealing with it, the best, one of the best watches to get that's under $300. I'm gonna go with Spinnaker is one, being honest. But if you really want to dive into a Swiss made watch and you haven't done it yet, and I'm going to go with a name brand. It's owned by Invictus. It's called Glycine. Glycine subs $330. You can get that off of Joma Shop all the way up to $600. You know what I'm saying? Like six and some change, man. If you want to get the Airman, if you really want to be funky, get the Airman. The Airman has a lot of history too. Look it up for yourself. Find out before you buy anything. Do your research. Just do your research. That is the biggest thing. And just don't take one person's word for it, man. Just if that watch has been featured on multiple channels, just see what each person is saying. That's all I'm gonna say. I'd much rather go with some of the smaller channels, man, because they're investing so much money and they're actually touching, and so that's just mine. So anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. I got to go. I got stuff I need to do. And I appreciate you guys rocking with me for an hour. Thank you guys for watching the premiere earlier, man. And y'all already know, man. Much love to everybody, all my members. Thank you so much for doing that. Don't forget, Thursday, 7:30, I am going to meet with a dope couple out of New York that makes this watch right here, the Laurier Neptune, and a couple of others. We get to interview and sit down with the Ortegas, Lorenzo and Lauren. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So with that being said, until the next lightning strike, y'all be blessed.